A lot of it's based on testing. How can we integrate call to actions on the site? What can we do to get more traffic to different areas? How can we get them to pick up the phone or submit a lead form? We need to make them as clear-cut as possible. There's all these tools that go into it, but it's really making sure that you're testing your site as much as possible. When you do that, you actually can see results like this. The old site actually only saw 64 forms over the course of the entire year. As we started integrating more clear-cut call to actions on their site, we saw an increase to about 50 forms per month for this client. And then talking about the contact form, you actually want to optimize this more effectively for your audience. A lot of people run the risk of trying to get as much information as possible up front from the end user. That's actually a bad practice when it comes to the conversion strategy. You want to make sure that they can submit their contact information very quickly and very easily on the web. As you can see here on the left side, this is what we call a long contact form. This information is great to have, but it's something that you can actually get from your end user as you're having a conversation with them during the initial sales process or the funnel that they're currently in with you. What you really want to optimize for is having just quick information or necessary information up front. You know, a phone number, an email address, maybe the company that they work for, and their first and last name. All that information is great because it's exactly what you need about your user on the web, and it's something that you can follow up with on to get more information from them. And then lastly, there's always social media. Social media is a big part of the whole web industry anymore because it's really where your brand's being presented to your audience. But what we do about social media is it actually doesn't provide any kind of return for your business. Your social media presence is only really bringing awareness to your brand. It's not really driving direct traffic that's relevant to your website. But it's great to have. So let me go over a couple of the ideas for you. As you can see here on the left, this is really what social media is when it's explained, and I relate it to eating donuts. So when you're talking about Twitter, it's more of an active thing saying it's like you're eating a donut. Facebook is saying you like something, so when you're on Facebook, you like donuts. And Foursquare is where you go to eat. Instagram is how you take a picture of it. YouTube's a video of it, and so on and so forth. But how do you use this to your advantage? Being active is the biggest strategy possible on any social media platform. For instance, Google+, as lame as Google+ is, it's one of the most relevant social media platforms to have when it comes to your business on the web. Google+ affects your business because it affects your local rankings. Because Google does so much that revolves around search, obviously they have a social platform that also affects the search strategy. So what we always suggest is, no matter if you have an audience on Google+ or not, you should post once every few months on Google+. Topics should be related to your construction industry or your business, and then on top of that, it can affect your Google rankings down the road. When you have Facebook, as I'm sure many of you do, if you create one, make a schedule for it. You know, a lot of times people waste so much time on Facebook because they think that they have to be talking all the time. What we do with Facebook is we actually preset a calendar a month in advance and then organize all those posts so that it goes through and it's very easy to manage at that point. Twitter, we always share just breaking news, and the audience is very young on that. It may not be incredibly relevant for your business, but it might be something to have down the road. And then Pinterest may or may not be great for you guys, but it's something that's worth talking about. If you're within the construction industry or you have products, it's a great way to share what you're doing with your audience because it's a visual perception of the things that you're creating. Here's an example of the calendar that we created just so you have an idea. We use Excel, we plan everything out, and we actually organize all of our posts in advance. So you can see up here, this is Thursday in November, and you have the AM schedule and the links associated with the articles that we're posting. So just a little bit about us. We were born as a digital company. This started with my president in his dorm room, just like every other web industry. And we actually don't do any print marketing. Our business solely thrives on promoting itself on the web. So everything that I share with you today and the success that we've had about it is solely based on everything that we do. We don't do any radio advertising. We don't do any print advertising. We solely rely on inbound marketing to drive our business. With that, we've had over 500 satisfied customers. I think we're actually up to 600 now, and we've recently been ranked as the #1 SEO agency, so we do know what we're talking about. With that being said, we have full-service web solutions, and we have customers all over the world that we're working with. So if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer them at any point, because I'm sure some of this stuff can be a little confusing about your business, but I'd love to consult with you guys to help you out on how to market your business on the web. Thanks so much.